This is going to be my video review of the Kendal and Hyde Thermos tube accessory for the Classic Satchel. So like my previous video of the triple pouch, this was another accessory that was produced by Kendal and Hyde to fit its line of bags. So these, like the other accessories, given the spacing of these two belts, actually will fit on a saddleback as well as on our Marlando product. The color differences make it a little bit difficult to make it look like it is a natural product depending on the color you buy. I'll show you in a little bit one that I've managed to get to fit my Marlando really well, but that is definitely not the case with saddleback. The colors just aren't close enough. So this is the mocha color. So like the triple pouch, this fits and sits right onto the two side belts here and secures on, and it basically has a little cutout in the back leather that sits right against that strap that sticks out. This product actually adds quite a bit of girth to the bag itself, as you can see here. It really widens the bag up and makes it a little bit more ungainly to use. This bag is already pretty wide and large in and of itself. I would really only use this attached to the bag in traveling when you need to put, some larger, more awkward size pieces into your bag. This is really more so of a travel accessory. I feel like size-wise, it's a little bit too big and ungainly as a thermos holder, just because it is actually quite large in and of itself, and just for it to try to fit a thermos in there, people really don't travel around with a thermos of this size that really fits in here well. So it gives you an idea of what it can and cannot be used for. So as you can see here, this is probably not a piece you want to carry on your bag on a daily basis, but one that could be a real nice addition to your bag while you're traveling and want to hold something extra in here. It is also in a separate compartment from your bag, so it makes it easily removable. So for example, if whatever you kept in here you wanted to use in a different setting as the bag itself, but you were traveling with everything together, it is really easy to remove. You just undo the bag itself. Now, if you watch my video of the triple pouch, you will notice that these belt buckles were much easier to undo on the triple pouch, but with the thermos tube in place, it actually makes it very difficult to access the belts on the bottom, which is, a bit of a design flaw, but at the same time, it's the only way you can get a product this large to fit. So all you do is you just remove the belts one by one. You can see back here, the belts essentially slide into these individual loops, and these cutoffs rest right onto these individual belt loops out here. So it allows the bag to basically return back to original shape extremely quickly, and allows you to pop this piece of product on and off very easily as well. So to get you an idea of how this one is designed, there is one very solid back piece here that is made of much thicker leather, and the leather on the outside here I would say is much closer to the leather you see on the surface of the bag. And then you have this kind of soft, flexible veg tan leather that make up the tube itself to add a lot of flexibility to it. So this is more kind of what you would see on this external cover. It is secured by the same button system with 3 buttons to allow for 3 different sizes. It pops open, and just essentially as a size reference in here, what I decided to put in here is a bottle basically similar to what you would carry if you were to carry a bottle of wine. And you can see it fits with room to spare. So if I put this back in and you look in, there's actually a lot of extra room here. Now the inside of this thermos holder is actually very well thought of as well. If you look along the back end here, is actually covered with a second layer of leather to increase its ruggedness, and the bottom is also has a layer of leather facing you as well, while along the outside where it's supposed to be soft isn't 2 pieces of leather, it's a single one to allow it to be a little bit softer. You also get what appears to be, a single leather strap that goes all the way around, though clearly by, design principles that would be not a great design. So it secretly ends right here where you can't see it, but it goes across the front side here, and then the second strap that secures on goes across the top. The lid system has this kind of U-shaped that overlaps the outside of the tube to create not exactly a waterproof, but at least some degree of coverage, and allows you to adjust the size of this depending on where you use the strap belt. Now, realistically, even pushed down all the way, this third piece will probably never be used. You'll likely be using this belt hole or the second one to allow it to kind of go out a little bit or in a little bit. You see, allows you about an inch of play there. So overall, I think an extremely well-designed product, well thought out product. Is probably a piece, if you add on as an accessory to your bag, doesn't get a lot of usage, but when you do use it, you are going to be very, very happy you have it. So this actually comes in 3 colors. This comes in this mocha color, which is the same color as my bag, and the natural veg tan color, the whiskey, which is a slightly aged veg tan color, and it also comes in black. And the black color is actually the secret color to get, because the black color, vegetable tan, actually matches the black vegetable tan Morlando incredibly well. It actually looks as if it was designed to go on the Morlando. And the only difference is the hardware is silver rather than this kind of gold brass color. That's the only thing that doesn't fit. And if you got a custom bag for silver hardware rather than this brass color, the nickel plated, it would actually be perfect because the colors would be exactly the same. On my Morlando bag, this color matches really well. It fits exactly at the same level of the belt straps and rests on the exact same belt loops that they have to hold on the front of the strap on the Morlando. So actually, even though the colors don't really match Saddleback, the black isn't similar to the black used by Saddleback. The black is exactly like the black used in the Morlando, both of which are veg tan leather. So you have the exact same similar quality and similar kind of patina characteristics. So how do I use this bag? This is usually my now kind of go-to carry-on bag or weekend overnight bag where I can throw a lot of clothes and whatever I need into it. And this front tube here is where I throw an extra pair of shoes if I need it. I wear size 12.5 shoes, and I can fit a pair of loafers into here extremely well. And rather than having it inside my bag or strapped along the outside where it's kind of ugly or taking up a lot of room where it might be slightly dirty and I worry about it kind of rubbing on other pieces, I can put it into this thermos tube with room to spare, and I can fit a pair of socks or whatever else I need right here. Even with that extra room, I can still close this top all the way down and secure it. So this actually works incredibly well in a travel situation. So even if you don't have a Morlando, another option is if you have any type of black leather bag, it would fit well. Though honestly, the Kendal and Hyde Black is so similar to the Morlando. This just basically came up from pure luck. I thought they would be close, so I bought it, but it was way, way closer than I thought it could ever be. This was better than, what I could have ever hoped for, because even if you look at the sheen from the leather, just from the natural waxing and production, it is almost exactly the same sheen. It's almost exactly the same quality. The feel along your skin's the same. The overall build quality and structure and kind of the stitching quality and how it's overbuilt is just like the Morlando. It looks like these two bags were basically designed to go together. So depending on which color you want and what bags you have, do not forget about the Morlando. If you do happen to have a Kendal and Hyde, you can match the color of your thermos tube to the color of your bag. So this is going to conclude my review of the Kendal and Hyde thermos tube for the Classic Satchel.